Welcome to the Johnny Fongo Show. I am Johnny Fongo. It is March 15th, 2021. A little bit about the show. This show is about sharing my research into the cannabis sector, particularly publicly traded companies. We will look at everything cannabis, THC, CBD, hemp, and everything in between. Some stories we look into, we'll look at companies that are not publicly traded. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a regular guy. I'm a big fan of the plant, big fan of investing, big fan of trading, and a big fan of research. And I hope you enjoy the information that I share. Any stock or company I talk about is not a recommendation to buy it. It is more a recommendation to learn about the company if it fits into your strategy. Now, first off, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen. Please feel free to visit us at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. Would love to hear from you. Feel free to visit our Patreon page. It's just newly set up, www.patreon.com/JohnnyFongoShow1 is where you can find that information. Appreciate you taking a look at it. If you feel like supporting the podcast, that would be awesome. This show is available on multiple streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Kindle Music, Spreaker, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Deezer, GeoZavan, Stitcher, and many more. With that being said, let's get to it. We've got a little bit of headlines here to look at from this morning and Sunday. So let's just jump right into it. BevCanna announces sales license partnership to launch cannabis-infused beverages across Canada. That comes to us at 6:05 a.m. from the Business Wire. Monerico acquires over $2 million of revenue from white label CBD company, WLCCO Incorporated, based on most recent tax filings. That also comes at us from an Access Wire at 6 a.m. this morning. Women's History Month. The nation's first woman-owned cannabis and hemp CBD laboratory is celebrating 10 years. That also came out at 6 o'clock from the PR Newswire. Grapefruit USA announces Hourglass time-release THC and CBD delivery cream is now available on Crown Genetics mobile retail distribution form. 6 a.m. Globe Newswire. Cannabis beverages market size to expand at 17.8 CAGR by 2025 owing to increase in sale of cannabis-infused drinks. Million Insights. 4:40 a.m. PR Newswire. TransCanna product ranks in Leafly's top cannabis strains list. 4:31 a.m. Newsfile. Althea Group Holdings Limited announces European expansion and strategic growth plan. 4:21 a.m. Access Newswire. OBITX announces Eric Jaffe as Chief Executive Officer. That came through at 1 a.m. this morning on the Globe Newswire. From Sunday, another story about Monerico and the white label CBD company. Canna Income Fund announces stock dividend and update. Says Monerico to begin hosting weekly investor conference calls. That's good news. Okay. So let's jump into a couple of these stories and look into them deeper. Let's start off with the BevCanna story. Came to us at 6:05 a.m. this morning. BVNNF is the ticker on the OTC. It's trading right now at about 80 cents a share. 0.8077 is the last trade. And we're going to ask for some help from our virtual readers to talk about this real quick.
Diversified Health and Wellness, Beverage and Natural Products Company, BevCanna Enterprises Incorporated, a CSE, BVQ, BVNNF, FSE, 7BC. BevCanna, or the company, is pleased to announce that it has formed a partnership with highly regarded cannabis cultivation and extractions company Stigma Grow TSEC CANB, to launch the Keef Brands award-winning line of cannabis-infused beverages across Canada, as well as BevCanna's in-house and white-label client products. Stigma Grow is a leading Canadian cannabis product cultivation and extraction company, boasting a presence in every major province for their wide array of BHO, a butane hash oil, a cannabis concentrate products. BevCanna will leverage Stigma Grow's strong and expanding Canadian sales distribution channels to begin distribution of the Keef product line, as well as BevCanna's in-house and white-label client products across Canada. The partnership will streamline BevCanna's product commercialization plans and enhance its Canadian market penetration, enabling the company to supply products to provincial distributors for in-house and white-label client brands, bridging the gap until the company is granted its own sales license. BevCanna has completed multiple rounds of discussions with Canadian provincial buyers and has seen strong demand for the Keef portfolio of products and its white-label client products. The company is progressing rapidly with its commercial rollout, with a number of formal purchase orders and supply agreements to become formalized in the near term, and delivery to select provinces to commence subsequently.
Thank you, Mia. It's another great story about BevCanna. We have looked at some of their stories recently. It seems like they're really heavy into the drink category, and that's great. We love to hear that. Everybody gets thirsty from time to time. All right, let's go and look at the Minerco story about them and white label CBD company. Minerco can be found as MINE on the OTC pink sheets. It's currently trading at 0.0059, truly a penny stock. And we're going to ask Guy to help us out with this story.
Minerco, OTC Pink, MINE, announced today that they have acquired WLCCO Inc., a white-label CBD company that generates approximately $2.5 million in annual revenue. This strategic purchase includes crucial equipment, increasing microdosed psilocybin tablet production capacity by 1 million units daily. In markets where psilocybin is not legal, Minerco will manufacture medical mushrooms including chaga and lion mane as legal alternatives. Minerco leadership announced the company's 4 critical goals at the Sankofa Shareholder and Vision Summit held on January 24, 2021. Retire debt, acquire the equipment necessary to manufacture 1 million microdots daily, launch anticipated blockchain token SHRU, acquire a U.S. location to maximize operations both domestically and globally. On February 16, 2021, the company announced a full settlement of debt to EROP Capital. As of March 1, 2021, the company successfully launched their blockchain token SHRU and payment application Shrucoin Pay. With the acquisition of WLCCO, Minerco leadership can now say that they have achieved 3 out of the 4 goals laid at the summit with the acquisition of WLCCO. The company is optimistic about these business developments. In light of this, Minerco CEO Julius Ginge released the following statement. Increasing the company's microdosed psilocybin tablet production capacity was a crucial goal to prepare the company for success as legal markets expand in the United States. We are fully prepared for the bright future of this newly legal industry and feel confident in the firm's ability to meet growing demand.
Okay, Minerco, doing stuff. Full disclosure, I do own some mine. I have owned mine in the past. I like the mushroom play. I like the psychedelic medicine aspect of it. I think that's going to be kind of a big thing moving forwards. Seems like they're having good success with it, treating mental problems with people. And with this pandemic, there's been no shortage of that. You know, people getting a little bit irritated and whatnot. All right, let's look at our next story. I'm going to go to Grapefruit USA announces Hourglass time-release THC and CBD delivery cream now available on Crown Genetics mobile retail distribution platform. Grapefruit is GPFT, and that's traded on the OTCQB. Last trade was 16 cents. We're going to bring Guy back to talk about this a little bit further for us.
Grapefruit USA Incorporated, OTCQB. GPFT, Grapefruit, or the company, a premier, fully licensed California-based cannabis company, announces today that its patented disruptive Hourglass (TM) time-release THC plus cannabinoid delivery cream and full-spectrum RSO cannabis oil are now available for purchase on Crown Genetics (Crown) retail delivery online platform in California under the Wellness section. As a result, customers who live in Los Angeles County can have Hourglass delivered to their home or office via the Crown Delivery Distribution System. The public will also be able to buy Hourglass, TM, as well as Grapefruit's full-spectrum RSO oil at any of the over 250 California licensed retail dispensaries serviced by the Crown Distribution System as soon as these products are delivered and stocked in these retail outlets. Hourglass, TM, and the RSO are currently available for retail purchase at the Apothecary 420 dispensary in Sherman Oaks, California. Crown is a leading California licensed cannabis distributor that services over 250 licensed retail dispensaries and operates its delivery service encompassing a 30-mile radius in and around Los Angeles County. Now, after testing and evaluating Hourglass, TM, Crown has included Hourglass, TM, on the menu of cannabis products it distributes side by side with its own famous Crown OG flower and concentrate line.
Fantastic. Thank you, Guy. Looks like Grapefruit is doing some pretty good stuff here with this new time-released product. Be interested to see how it goes for them. Next up, we're going to look at TransCanna product ranks in Leafly's top cannabis strains list. TransCanna, TCNAF, trading at $1.12 right now. Full disclosure, I do own TransCanna. I'm in it at about $1.30, so I'm a little underwater right now at this price. I'm still positive on it. Stuff goes up and down. You can't win every trade right off the bat, so sometimes you got to hold on to it for a while. So we're going to have Natasha come in and talk to us further about this particular story. TransCanna Holdings on the Canadian Stock Exchange is TCAN. On the FSE, it's TH8. On the OTC, it is TCNAF. Currently trading at $1.12 on the OTC.
Vancouver, British Columbia Newsfile Corporation, March 15, 2021, TransCanna Holdings Incorporated, CSE, TCAN, FSE, TH8, TransCanna, or the company announces that world-leading cannabis information website Leafly.com has endorsed a Lift Farms cannabis strain in its February column, Leafly Buzz. The endorsement comes amidst a company-wide overhaul of product packaging that will have a significant impact on costs, distribution, and marketing efforts. In its February column, Leafly.com writes about Numps garlic noodles strain as being biting, savory, and hella strong. Numps garlic noodles is a strain that is unique and proprietary to Lift Farms, a wholly owned subsidiary of TransCanna Holdings Incorporated. Leafly.com has over 15 million loyal monthly readers and highlights the newest, best, and top-selling cannabis strains each month. The Lift team is thrilled to have one of our strains endorsed by one of the most influential publications in the industry, said Bob Blink, CEO of TransCanna. Millions of consumers turn to Leafly.com as one of the industry's most trusted cannabis resources, so this mention is a huge win of recognition and provides increased market exposure for our company and for our superior genetic strains. The endorsement comes amidst a company-wide overhaul of product packaging from glass jars to flexible pouches, a move that will dramatically reduce waste and costs, and will greatly improve the product experience for the consumer. Consumers look for convenience, clear messaging, and superior product quality when deciding to purchase cannabis products, and these new pouches deliver on all three, said Sean Sepper, CMO for Lift Farms. This packaging features a clear side so customers can closely examine flower quality, while its heat sealing and zip-type closure improves product shelf life and prevents loss of moisture and terpenes. This packaging is much lighter and easier to transport than glass jars, and the increased surface area means more marketing inches for us to communicate on product benefits and features. The reduction in weight and mass from 100-gram jars to 5-gram pouches, for 3.5 grams of flour, represents a 95% reduction in packaging waste, a large reduction in shipping and transportation costs, and overall a 50% cost reduction in company-wide product packaging expenses. The new packaging has already rolled out to retail